This is your Adventist News, a service of the South Bahamas Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. I'm Charlie Thompson. In this week's broadcast, churches engage in evangelistic initiatives, and Adventist trailblazers granted national honors. These stories and more on this week's Adventist News. The South Bahamas Conference has engaged in a nationwide evangelistic effort dubbed Impact 300, where pastors and lay preachers have been holding dynamic series in the various churches. The Final Hope series with Pastor Manasseh Sims began on September 30th at the Living Faith Church. 2 precious souls decided to be baptized on October 7th. The Grandstown Church held a gospel series themed The Great Hope with evangelist Waldo Casildo Bennett from October 1st to October 8th. 10 persons made the decision to be baptized at the conclusion of the series. Multiple series at the churches continue this month, including the Encounter Jesus Family Life series at the Hillview Church with Pastor Leonardo Ramming, the Power of His Grace series with Pastor Raydell Duffus, Lift Him Up Gospel series with Pastor Valentino Campbell at the Berea Church, Impacts for Christ Bible Seminar at the Centerville Church with Pastor Michael Tu, and the Rescue Project with Pastor Jamal Franklin at the Philadelphia Church. On October 9th, the Office of the Governor General hosted its annual National Honor Ceremony, where they recognized and honored persons who have made significant contributions to our Bahamian society in their lifetime. Among those recognized for their contributions to society were Elder David Knowles and Dr. Kevin Moss. Elder Knowles is a member of the Centerville Church. Knowles was selected for his contributions to the tourism industry, excelling in his service as general manager of the Emerald Beach and Balmoral Beach hotels for many years. Knowles received the Order of Distinction Member Award. Dr. Kevin Moss of the Johnson Park Church was recognized as a trailblazer in the field of medicine in the Bahamas. Dr. Moss was the first Bahamian physician internist to specialize in pulmonary and critical care medicine and was the only pulmonologist in the Bahamas for over 23 years. He also received the Order of Distinction Member Award. A leadership seminar was held at Bahamas Academy for its students on October 6th. Under the theme Meaningful Visions, the prefects and other student leaders of the school gathered to hear 3 dynamic speakers. Pastor Kareem Black of the Bethany and Message of Hope churches shared a devotional thought with the students, reminding them of their responsibilities as leaders.
When you are a leader of people, they look to you. They expect things of you. And those who've elected you to serve, they also have expectations of you. And they put confidence in you that you have the ability to do those things that are needed to get the job done.
According to Pastor Black, the positions the students currently hold are to prepare them for future opportunities once they graduate from Bahamas Academy.
Even persons that you would hope understand, they don't understand. You deal with a lot of criticism when you are in leadership. You deal with difficulties when you are in leadership. You deal with things sometimes that you can't always tell other people because there's confidentiality in your responsibility in leadership. But these opportunities here at high school as students are preparing you for leadership in the real world. This is a training ground. It's a testing ground. It's an opportunity for you to be prepared to better serve, to be better yourself in service.
Former political party leader Arinthia Komalafe presented effective tips to the students on how to be effective leaders.
Write the vision. 2, position yourself. Position yourself to make the vision a reality. 3, set smart goals. And 4, don't be disappointed if things don't happen to plan.
CEO of CompuTitle Limited, Lionel Haven, explained in his presentation that sacrifices are often necessary when we want to achieve the goals we have set for our lives.
When you set your vision board and you decide, this is what I want to do, in 1 year, in 5 years, in 10 years, in 20 years, this is where I want to be. That's great. You can move and do everything you think possible to be able to accomplish that. The thing is, you have to make the determination how much you're willing to sacrifice to achieve those objectives. Okay? How hard are you willing to work to achieve that goal? What sacrifices are you willing to make? Sacrifices to friends, sacrifices to the game, sacrifices to spending on things. How much are you willing to sacrifice to be able to accomplish those goals?
The leadership program proves to be both informative and impactful to the students as they continue to enhance their leadership skills during this school year. The students, faculty, and staff of Bahamas Academy also showed their solidarity with those affected by breast cancer by wearing pink on October 6th. Let's take a look at what some of the students had to say.
And I'm wearing pink today, as you can see, because I want to represent people who have breast cancer and respect them.
To show awareness for breast cancer and for those who have lost people from cancer like I did, my grandmother.
And we are showing our support. And I also lost my grandparent to breast cancer.
Today, Bahamas Academy is standing in solidarity with the people who have died from breast cancer, the people who are fighting, and the people who have already won the battle. Breast cancer is one of the #1 killers inside the Bahamas for women, and it's important that you guys get checked and get tested for it because it can save a life. Make sure family members do it as well because it runs in family.
After this commercial break, we will have more on what's coming up in the South Bahamas Conference.
Get ready for an enlightening weekend of discovery and faith at the Creation Sabbath event with Dr. Major Coleman. Mark your calendars because this is an event you won't want to miss. On Thursday, October 26th, join us at 6 p.m. at the Harry Seymour Library Auditorium right at the University of the Bahamas, where Dr. Coleman will delve into the age-old question, evolution or creation, which is true? On Sabbath, October 28th, the Insights continue. At 8 a.m., we'll be at the Grantstown Seventh-day Adventist Church, where Dr. Coleman will explore the topic, At Dawn We Slept. At 9:45 a.m., join us at the Hillview Seventh-day Adventist Church for Sabbath School, where Dr. Coleman will engage us in a deep conversation about real faith versus blind faith. And at 11 a.m. during the divine worship at Hillview Seventh-day Adventist Church also, Dr. Coleman will tackle the intriguing topic, When the Impossible Has Been Eliminated. Finally, at 4:30 p.m., continuing at the Hillview Seventh-day Adventist Church, don't miss the captivating conclusion with the topic, God Invented Science. Come join us for a truly enlightening experience.
And coming up in the South Bahamas Conference, the Children and Adolescents Department will host its Week of Prayer in October from the 8th through the 14th, 2023. There will be joint services held on Friday and Sabbath at the Living Faith Church, where the Week of Prayer will come to a climax. A Faith and Science Weekend is scheduled for October 26th through 28th, 2023 in Nassau. The featured speaker will be Dr. Major Coleman. The weekend begins with a lecture on Thursday evening, October 26th, at the University of the Bahamas at 6 p.m. The weekend will conclude with the Creation Sabbath celebration, with an early morning service held at the Grantstown Church, and Sabbath school and divine worship services will be held at Hillview. The series will conclude with a special service on Sabbath at 4:30 p.m. at the Hillview Church. The SBC Men's Convention will be held on November 24th and 25th, 2023. All men of the conference are asked to prepare themselves for this major event, where they will gather and hear powerful presentations, dynamic preaching, and informative and interactive breakout equipping sessions. The Grantstown Youth Ministries Department will host a youth retreat from October 27th through 29th, 2023. The Friday service will be held on the church grounds. On Sabbath, the youth will worship at Comfort Suites on Paradise Island. The retreat will conclude on Sunday with a group building activity. And the Health Ministries Department and the Adventist Health Professionals Association will conduct a health screening training, weight, height, BMI, waist circumference, foot screening, blood pressure, blood cholesterol, and cholesterol assessments, and a food handler's course on Sunday, October 22nd, 2023 at 9 a.m. Persons serving on fellowship committees are especially invited to attend. A first aid, AED, and CPR course will be conducted on Sunday, October 29, 2023 at 9 a.m. The venue for both events is Bahamas Academy on Marshall Road. These trainings are available to all interested persons. To register and for more information, see your health ministries leader or call 428-4251. Feel free to visit the South Bahamas Conference website at southbahamasconference.org to receive more information on all of our upcoming conference events. There you can also view a rebroadcast of our Adventist News Update, along with other local programming from our cable channel ATV 658. Read the weekly Logos, as well as the Adventist page from the Nassau Guardian.
Anger is an intense emotion that can sometimes cause hostile behavior and activates our fight or flight response. There's no one way to cause anger. In fact, every individual has different triggers. Some people think that anger is a bad emotion and that emotion should be kept in. But bottled anger makes things worse and oftentimes lead to depression and anxiety. Most times, anger pushes us to do better. If handled correctly, it can give us a sense of calm after an outburst and motivate us to effectively solve problems. Our diet can increase our mood when we eat fish and leafy greens that contain dopamine, otherwise known as the feel-good chemical. Even by getting more vitamin D from the sun, we can reduce our incidence of depression and mood disorders. The Better Health Channel suggests healthy ways to manage anger for the long term. 1. Keep a diary of your angry outbursts and try to understand why you get mad. 2. Exercise regularly. 3. Learn relaxation techniques such as meditation or yoga. Ephesians 4 verse 26 says, "Be ye angry, and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath." This has been Parisha Ferguson with your health tip, courtesy of Adventist Television. And remember, God wants us to prosper and be in good health.
Let's go now to the Adventist News Network with our news feature from around the world.
Around 15,000 people gathered on Avenida Paulista, a main center in Brazil's largest city, Sao Paulo, to raise awareness and combat obstetric violence. The initiative is part of the End It Now project, promoted annually by the Seventh-day Adventist Church in South America and worldwide. The event involved Adventists from all over the state of Sao Paulo and was promoted by the Women's Ministry of the Adventist Church. The Our Little Friend Children's Group and various Pathfinder clubs participated. Adventists also distributed magazines and pamphlets that explain what abuse and mistreatment in maternity are. The End It Now project gained prominence in the mainstream press and was used by the media to alert and invite the population to participate in the project.
Well, that's it for our Adventist news from the South Bahamas Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. To share what's happening in your church, please email your news stories and upcoming events to sbcadventistnews@gmail.com. To view a rebroadcast of the Adventist news, along with other programming, and to keep in touch with what's happening at our conference, visit our website at southbahamasconference.org. The SBC Media Network's Facebook and Instagram pages are filled with lots of material from the communications department, so you would want to check those out. And remember to subscribe, like, follow, and share. You can watch and listen to programs from our radio station. We're at SBC 88.3 FM and our Adventist television channel, ATV 658. Get updates, insights, and first-hand information from the SBC Media Network as it happens. The programming from ATV 658 can also be viewed on the South Bahamas Conference YouTube channel, so feel free to watch a recap of our Adventist news. On behalf of our production team, it was our pleasure bringing you tonight's news update. I'm Charlie Thompson for the SBC Media Network. Have a happy Sabbath.